Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another Minecraft discussion today. My name is Kimberly Quinn, and I'm thrilled to have this talk today. I just actually got inspired about 10 minutes ago from, the universe somewhere. I don't know, but I wanted to talk about what I do want to have a talk about is finding a sense of purpose in your day. Although I have to say, in my brain, I've had that swirling around anyway, because I'll tell you that a good friend of mine, Tom Myers, and also a colleague, we started a workshop for young adults at Champlain College, which is called Spirituality, Meaning, and Purpose. So this is leading into what I want to talk about today, because this is for everybody, not just young adults. Because we really think, continue to think, and so do lots of other people, because there's all kinds of, talk about it right now out there in the mainstream world about how young adults in today's, at least in the States anyway, don't have it going on with a sense of purpose and meaning in their life, and quite possibly the reason many of them don't want to work. It's just true. Never mind, this is the most anxious and depressed generation of young adults we've ever seen, and without a sense of meaning and purpose, it's a straight road to depression. So actually, I wasn't even going to go that whole route exactly, but I wanted to talk about baby steps. We don't have to find our life purpose in this minute. That's not what this video is. Do I hope you find that in general? Yeah, because that's like the whole point, meaning and purpose. We can also find more purpose just in our day, to choose something to have purpose, to be purposeful about in this day. And this I did not plan. I mean, I come this way almost every day, because when I think of a sense of purpose, I'm right in front of Beaver Pond number 1, and their little beaver condo isn't there this year. I don't know if they constantly have the water going, they do their beaver thing, and then the water kind of floods over the trail, so they kind of manage that. But I want to kind of show you this right here too. This is a beaver trail. If you can see that that's where they go right through and do what they do, and then back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And the other, not night, I guess it was dusky, and Giovanni and I were here, and we saw beavers slapping around, and they're just busy at work. They have purpose. The beavers have purpose, and we need to too. All animals have a purpose. Those are just non-human animals, right? But it's so important. I think people don't get that when we don't have this meaning and purpose, even just in our day, it just goes south. There's another beaver trail right there. I'm going to make sure I'm getting this right. So you can see that they go right through there doing their beaver thing. So we can start out with, choosing, like I told you, I tell all of you that, there's another one, that every single day when I do my whole prayer thing and my hot tea, my gratitude journal, that whole thing, and then at the end, there's he's got a little sense of purpose today too with his stick. At the end, I say an intention. I kind of declare an intention, like, today I'm going to bring success to everything I do. Today I'm going to be relaxed. Today I'm going to be joyful. Today I'm going to actively listen all day long, whatever. I also do a thing where I say, how may I be of service? And it's not touchy-feely, gushy-cheesy. It really isn't. It has zero to do with religion, unless you make it that way. It just has to do with, just being of service to somebody else in this day. We're not talking about forever. We're not talking about the Peace Corps. I mean, great idea, but that's not what we're talking about at this minute. And we don't even know, at least for me, I don't even know how it's going to unfold in that day. I just say, how can I be of service? Put it out there to the universe, and inevitably something comes up. And it's usually not huge. It's not huge, but with that sense of purpose is just so important. And it kind of like what we give to others, we give to ourselves. And it's just so necessary, because here is the thing. The flip side of not having a sense of meaning and purpose is depression. Like, we know that to be true, whether you're predisposed to it or not. Or we can at least say this, sadness. We don't need to go all the whole route over here, though that's where it can end up. And because think about it. Many times when people are at their saddest and depressed, they are very, very stuck in their own heads, swirling around and ruminating about everything that's not going right, that they don't have. And obviously depression is more complicated, so I'm not saying that. Just in general, when we're anything but positive, put it that way, we are swirling around in all the lack, everything that's not happening, not going well, everything that we woulda, shoulda, coulda done, all the guilt, all the crap and junk in our heads. Gandhi was big on this, and I've said this before, but he said, very paraphrased, You know, if you're feeling blue, get out and do something for somebody. You know, get out and do something for somebody. And it's so true. It doesn't have to be big, because it gets us out of ourselves. We can get out of our heads with kindness. Out of our heads with kindness. And when we do something purposeful, this is what happens. So it works for them, because we have a kindness done to someone who, even a stranger, especially strangers, actually, it's easier to do things for people we know. It takes more effort to do things for people we don't know, usually. And it gets us out of our heads. So it's like a big win-win. Look at those leaves, huh? Behind us. And so I also have my Minecrafters. They're actually going to do it next week. They don't know yet, unless they're watching this video. That Thursday, because they have a fall break coming. And they're going to have to, they're going to be asked to do one conscious act of kindness for a stranger over the long weekend. And then we're going to process what that did for them. And so that's the thing. How can I be of service? Find some way to have purpose, do a purposeful act on this day. Random acts of kindness are cool too, because you can't go wrong being kind, right? I just think it's extra cool when you kind of intend it. Like, I don't know how this day is going to unfold, but I have a purpose being on this earth, and I want to find my purpose on this day to do something purposeful, conscious, planned for somebody else. And then we can also roll in what my intention is most days. I do an intention, like I said, be relaxed, joyful. Sometimes it's have lunch with a friend, whatever. And I also usually have this like kind of addendum one. I say and because I have something that's unique each day, and I intend to bring success to every single thing I do on this day to the best of my ability. It could be washing the dishes, which actually happened early this morning, because I usually have a thing with them being done at night. Somehow they weren't. My husband was up and home, and we ended up having this wonderful talk. He was working on his computer while I did the dishes. Nobody else was up there. And it was the most mindful dish doing ever. And it was really pleasant. The warm water, the quiet, just he and I chatting. And he was doing his thing and I was doing mine. Yeah, and it's just so nice. Purposeful. Bringing success to everything I do. I brought success to those dishes. I also brought success to the conversation with my husband, which wasn't even planned. It's just, we're not even usually, usually we're like out the door and and it just happens so wonderfully. So there you go. Purpose, and meaning. You can bring meaning to the conversation, to the dishes, to all of it. So that's it. Find some meaning and purpose in your day today. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the beautiful Notch at Northern Vermont. Have a mindful day.